evening. It's just after midnight, and I'm trying to go to sleep back out. So I've come down, and still no closure on my mum. Do you know what I mean? Nothing. No one's been in touch. So I can't sleep, like I've been saying. So let me unwrap a bit more of the facts, not fiction, yeah? And start from the 27th. And when my mum died, 27th of June, my mum died at 6:15 p.m, yeah? On 28th of June, we all met at my mum's after I'd been to my Auntie Jones, yeah? And it were quite emotional, wasn't it? We're all there. And me, Kai and Connor were in the kitchen while you were all looking through photos and doing what girls do. Yeah. And that were 27th, 28th, 29th. Alison had given me some keys for the front door so I could go in and, just spend time on my own at my mum's. And grieve, I think, on my own in my mum's flat because we'd spent so many happy hours there, as mother and son over the 2 years because I was up and down, walked up and down to my mum's, up and down, through wind, snow and rain. Both ways, yeah. So I just wanted to spend a bit of time at my mum's and remember the good times that me and my mum had there. Because I didn't remember any bad times. There were none, as far as I was concerned. But on 29th of June, when I was there, I was going through cupboards, and I found stuff that I thought, what's that doing here? Why is that? What is it? So I rung Debbie, but she was at home. She didn't have a car. So I got a mate to come up and showed him all these things that were like tablets and that want my mum's and other things that there's no way that my mum would have bought. But I found in a cupboard, which I've got now, yeah. And they didn't make sense. So that was 29th of June. Where are we now? So the following day, 3rd, 28th, 29th, 30th June, Sunday 30th, England were playing, so I didn't go to my mum's. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Monday, 1st of July, went to mum's and found even more stuff because I could still get in then, yeah? And I left for family to see, yeah? Now, I left my mum's that morning. It was about 3 o'clock. I walked all the way back down home. And then I'd left my kids to my house at my mum's. So I had to walk all the way back up, yeah? And while I was there, I found a brolly. And I came out of my mum's and walked down with the brolly because it was raining, yeah? And went back in mine. Following day, I got a text off Joanne. You are an idiot. You were seen walking down Harrogate Road with a stick. But it wasn't a stick, it was a brolly. And how did you know at 5 a.m, Joanne, that I was walking home down Harrogate Road from my mum's flat, yeah? How did you know? Because next following day, you text me, I've still got it. Don't have a look at what you sent me. Yeah? Oh, you this, that, and the other. But how did you know that I was walking home? Who told you? Do you know what I mean, Joanne? Anyway, it ain't irrelevant, but it's very relevant because there was no traffic about that morning when I was walking home, and I took the brolly, what you call the stick, yeah? How did you know I was walking home that morning? But I do remember that night, while I were at my mum's, this black Land Rover, proper Land Rover, all spec, yeah? Yeah, that were parked outside, and I've got photos of that on the registration plate, parked outside my mum for 2 hours. And I opened curtains, mate. I'm like, what they're doing? They didn't get out of the Land Rover. And you know what I'm on about, don't you? They just sat in there, yeah? The Land Rover. Then first time I went down to my mum's, and when I came back, you know what I mean? What were they doing there? Well, I don't know. You don't know. But I'm not throwing allegations about it. I'm asking questions that I was asking 7 months ago. Joanne, yeah? And as we move on, so that were, what day? 30th, 1st of July, yeah? And you see that, Joanne? That is what we call in the NHS the Holy Bible. It's a diary, yeah? And when I worked for NHS, yeah, I used that to write down all my appointments, everywhere that I had to be through the job that I did. So, do you know what I mean? That's what I kept everything in. And I've got diaries going back to 2000, because I just throw them in a box, mate. But this is last year's 2024. And everything, every appointment that I had to go, I put in. And every time I went to mum's, I put in. And every time I went there, and she wanted in, went up, didn't, you know what I mean? So that is my Holy Bible. It don't lie, that. It's the truth. Have you got the truth, John? Are you going to lie? Yeah. So, we're now on to... So, 1st of July, was second time over here, and I found all this stuff, put them all out, you know, and a friend came up, and I showed him it all, and he was like, obviously, it wasn't his family, but I had to bring him up because I had to show someone. I don't know why. And then I took photos of all the stuff like the medication that want my mum's, yeah, and all loads of stuff. I'm not going to go into detail, but I've got the pictures. And you might say, oh, well, yeah, of course, you're bullshitting, Richard. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Right? So that was 1st of July. England were playing on the Sunday, 30th of June. 1st of July, I went up and I've just told you about all that. 2nd of July, yeah? 2nd of July. The door were locked from the inside. Not accidentally. It were locked on purpose so that I couldn't get in. And the only people that had a key for the other door were Alison and Joanne. Yeah? So it wasn't locked accidentally. It was locked on purpose so that I couldn't get in. Yeah? And this is really weird. I mean, Thursday, 4th of July, I remember it because I had a dental appointment, yeah? A dental appointment at 5 Lane Ends, yeah? And it was also the day of the general election. I had the appointment in the afternoon, and when I came out, I went in at Lane Ends, mate. Do you know what I mean? For a pint. And I was just stood there having a pint, seeing a couple of mates that I've known, I mean, many, many years. I mean, my mother only died 3 days ago, and they were in, you know what, snooker parties and that. And I said, oh, Scotty, I'm really sorry to hear about your mum. I said, how do you know? And a lad that I've known since I was well into middle school said, oh, yeah, Joanne were in other day. and she was talking to her daughter and that guy that you take to Bradford City with you. I went, oh, Connor. I said, yeah. And they were sat in the other side, not the pool, snooker half, the other side, but they were talking loud enough so they could hear what they were saying. And what they were saying, right, is not good. Because this lad, even though I went to school with him at Wellington, he didn't know my mum and dad. He knew me at school. And he started saying, oh, your mum wasn't that good, was she? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, we heard Joanne talking to, not the middle child, the other two, loud enough that they could hear, talking about your mum, and she wasn't. And I was like, no, my mum was fucking whatever. You know what I mean? So, and don't deny it, Joanne, you, Shawnee, and Connor were in there. I don't know what you were doing, but you were in there and you were talking about my mum 3 days after she died, because I had a dental appointment that day and I went in the lane ends, yeah. It's in there. Now I went in and saw a couple of mates. I'm not going to say the names, but if you want me, I'm sure they will back this up with what I'm saying, yeah? Because they're honest, yeah? It gets worse, doesn't it? So that's that. Thursday 4th. Blah, 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 blah. About your mum and enough and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So we keep moving on, don't we? Not nice about... So now we're going on to... from 2nd of July, when the door were accidentally locked. It wasn't accidentally, was it, Shawnee or Joanne? I mean, I ain't blaming Shawnee, I blame Mum. Yeah, it were locked from the inside so that only Joanne could get in. Because Alison works all the time, doesn't she? So she was never there. Now, I went up a few times and I knew there was someone in, but one, you know, behind curtains after my mum had died. I knew they were there, and I set traps, right, Joanne? Do you know when you sent that other text? Oh, you're not that clever, brother, because you didn't even notice that the telly had gone. Of course I noticed that the telly had gone, but what you didn't notice, Joanne, in the 2 days I'd been up there, yeah, the second day, I put little traps, yeah? Little traps, you know, like a crisp packet on a door, made a door open, put a light on, turned the light off. And when I went up the following day, when I couldn't get in, things had been moved. I couldn't get in, but I could tell by the wardrobes and my mum's room and where the door was done. I knew that you'd been in. I didn't know it was you or Shawnee or whoever, but I knew that someone would. I didn't have to mention telly, did I? But you thought, oh, silly. What does he know? He's not that fucking clever, is he? No, I'm not, Joanne. I don't intend to be clever. I just think I'm just me. Yeah, so between 2nd of July and going back to my diary, 29th of July, couldn't get entry into my mum's. I tried asking Alison, oh, where's Kay? But Alison was always at work. She's always busy, isn't she? RL, she always has been. She's got things to do. You know what I mean? She's always busy. So, Joanne, why would it lock from the inside? The front door. But you could get in back door, yeah? And remember that upload I did? Money and lies versus truth and love, yeah? I tried then, and it's on my YouTube channel, yeah? I tried then telling you, or telling you, my sisters and family, you know, once we've sorted it out, then we'll let you know, yeah? But we still haven't sorted it out, have we? You know what I mean? And, do you know what I mean? The messages I got after I did that upload, yeah? From you, Joanne, from your daughter, why are you telling everyone's my mum's address? Well, I did it for a reason, because I knew people were going in late at night. Yeah? So that's why I said, oh, come up to 1 Charnwood Close, lay flowers, because then, and I told Elaine, that at least you know that they're not going in the house. And if they do it after dark, then it's a bit worrying, isn't it? And the messages I got off Joanne, you, Joanne, and Charlie, why are you giving everyone my mum's address? Someone might break in and steal stuff. Really? Or, so, it was 29th of July, from 2nd of July, that 29th of July is when I finally got into my mum's. And do you know all the stuff that I took pictures of that I showed friends when me and Charlie went in and took the rainy box and all that, yeah? And a couple of other things, yeah? All the things that I were worried about are gone. Just disappeared like magic. And I asked, and then I got slated again. What you on about? What you accused? I'm not. I'm asking where the things gone? Why's my mum got medication that wasn't even her name? It had a McDonald on the end, but my mum were N. Nicholson, not McDonald. And I found that on 1st of July, and I put it to one side, took a picture of it. I've got it, yeah. And the first name had been crossed out, and an N had been put there. But my mum's Mamie Nicholson, innit? So where did them tablets go? And I remember a few days after, and this is all fact. And Joanne, you can say what you want, but I don't lie, so I don't have to cover my lies, but you're going to have to think now, aren't you? Oh, yeah, well, Richard's mad, isn't he? He don't know what he's on about. I just spread a load of lies and make out that he takes this, he does that, yeah? And make him look really bad. I'll get our Shawnee to back me up because it's my daughter, yeah? And mummy's boy, Connor, yeah? Yeah? Do you know what I mean? Have a look under Shawnee's bed on King's Road and you'll find my Scotland flag that I gave to Shawnee that she never hung out of the window, you know, but I got told it were under the bed in Shawnee's old room. What else is under there, Joanne? Who stores that there? And where does it go from there to there? You know what I mean? Do you think I'm daft? No, you think I'm fucking stupid. Well, I'm not, Joanne. And don't you ever come near my house. Because if you're trying to defend yourself, yeah, when you open your mouth and your lips are moving, I know you're fucking lying. We all do. Do you know what I mean? And all you've done is drag the other two sisters down to your level and dragged. You know what I mean? That fucking pot that you stir in your little fucking cesspit of horribleness, yeah? You know what I mean? Good luck with that, Joanne, because it's gone. And if you want me to bring the whole pack of cards down, I will. To get closure on my mum. You know what I mean? Russian roulette, all that sort of shit. You know, I can see when it goes A, B, C, D, bang. And my mum ends up with a chair that her feet couldn't touch the floor on. That you got, Joanne, which is fair enough. It was like something from 50s, that armchair. And yeah, when I finally got to see my mum on 20th of June, yeah, first 2 days she was going, and that was the lighter, Tara's lighter, that she were looking after for me, yeah. But she kept going, like, Because why couldn't she talk? When did she lose her voice? Because when I went on 20th, she couldn't talk. And she had this look like she'd been scared to death. Yeah, Debbie, you know that as well. And when did she lose her voice, Joanne? Because she went in on 10th, not the 19th, as you told Debbie. Yeah. So when did she lose her voice and why? I don't know. But she was telling me, like she won't say it, and I thought, yeah, Tara's like her. That's all she was bothered about. And then she was trying to, where's my phone? And because she was in hospital, I didn't think about it at the time, yeah? And then me and a nurse moved her, do you know, by every hospital bed, there's like a blue armchair, isn't there? And then if other family want to come, they can get chairs and that. But my mum was sat in that blue armchair and she kept going to me. And she kept trying to get out of that blue chair, but she couldn't. And now I can sort of see what she couldn't tell me because she couldn't talk. Where did her voice go? So she was trying to tell me one charm would close, you know, that blue chair, that death chair as I call it. I never sat in it, did I? Never ever sat in it from when I went back into my mum's after when she was poorly, you know, late June. And I was offered, you know, that seat, and I went, nah, I don't want to sit in that. I don't know why then, but it just felt wrong. And then when I looked at it, I thought, do you know the legs of the chair? They were longer than my mum's legs, so my mum will have been sat in it, yeah. But her feet won't have been able to touch the floor, will they? You know, did you do a risk assessment on that, Joanna? Or you just throw the couch out, throw that out, and there you go, Mum. Got you a chair. Don't know how much you charged her. Being cheap, because you got it off a friend. Yeah? This is not going to end, Joanna. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And like, Alison, you can end it all now by coming up to mine, can't you? But if you want me to keep on being a man, yeah, and telling the truth, because you know I am, Alison, and you ain't in trouble, Debbie ain't in trouble. I don't even think Shawnee is, you know, or Connor, or Kai, or Laura, any of them, yeah. You, Joanne, go back to that app when you said, ain't that fucking clever, my brother? You know, that WhatsApp that was set up, after my mum had chronic heart failure to check on her health, but all you did was use it to stir up trouble about me, wasn't it? And Debbie once put on that WhatsApp, what's Richard up to? Because they didn't know where I was. And this is going back to 2022 after Shawnee's do, yeah? And Joanne, no word of a lie, you put about me, ain't that clever, is it? And Mick hates him. That's what you put, and Mick hates him. And this is to Pig, right? Mick, right? Did you know he had a Facebook page? I don't know if he did, because you've got a dumb phone. You're like me, a bit of a dumb bloke. Yeah. But did you know you had a Facebook page? Do you want me to show you it? And you might go, oh, I ain't got a Facebook page. Oh, yeah, you did. Someone set a Facebook page up in your name and you try to befriend Jack Nicholson. He never replied, but that's what you try to do according to your Facebook page that I found out. So who set that up? Because I don't think you will have done it. You don't need an email address, do you? But yeah, you had 6 friends on it. So I'm not saying you set it up, Mick. And do you know, hand on heart, when I was finding out things and telling Alison, yeah, and I came round to Joanne's and you were there and me, and you said, I'm not interested, Richard. Remember it? And do you know, for that split second, I thought, he's telling the truth. Because he loved me, Mum. And whatever thing is, right, I hope and I doubt, I don't think, you know what I mean? But anyway, ran over, let's see what happens from here. But I don't think, I need closure on my mum to move on with my life. I've got friends, I've got a circle of friends, I've got my YouTube channel, I've got my painting, I've got all these things to do. Summer's coming up. I need to move on, but I can't because of you, Joanne.